Every few people get a true glimpse into a billionaire's mind. It is a rare moment, and when it happens, there is much to be extracted. Billionaires have an unparalleled positive attitude. They see failure as a teaching moment and catalyst. Article continues after video. Featured video. Why this e-commerce entrepreneur changed her mind about influencer marketing. 1 second of 3 seconds, volume 0%. These are not the only hallmarks of a billionaire. A good, very recent billionaire mindset example is Kylie Jenner, a 20-year-old almost billionaire worth an estimated $900 million. Jenner could become the youngest billionaire ever. What sets Jenner's mind apart from the other 20-somethings? The billionaire's mindset is the differentiator. A few key billionaire mindset characteristics. Creativity. Ambition. Passionate. The following 4 traits serve as your roadmap to creating your own billionaire mindset. Billionaires think deeply. One of the most impactful billionaire mindset traits is that they think on a colossal level. Billionaires are not thinking about, I want to make another $1 billion. They are thinking deeply about everything that very well could net them their next big investment deal. For example, a billionaire may ask, how can people get more free time? That's a lofty question. Next, more questions follow like, what do people do most of the day? How much time do they spend not at the office? What are they doing instead of working? How much time is spent preparing food and cleaning after food? What do people dislike about cooking? It is not so much thinking big, but rather thinking deeply. Billionaires keep good company. One hallmark that is important to having and maintaining a billionaire mindset is to keep good company. If you hold counsel with negative people that don't have a vision for the future, guess what? You will begin to mirror those traits. If you have a supportive circle that pushes you to fulfill your goals, you will most likely succeed. In many ways, it is better to focus on spending time with others who engage in positive activities, Art Markman, PhD, said in Psychology Today. Even if you fail, you will seek your circle of more successful people to learn from that failure to succeed down the road. Billionaires create their own destiny. Do you believe in destiny? If you don't, that's cool. However, you do probably believe in the future, and you spend your day thinking about how to make your future brighter. This is a hallmark of a billionaire. Billionaires truly believe they make their own destiny, or future, based on the decisions they make. This projection of energy into the future leads them toward action, consciously and subconsciously, to accomplish future goals. For instance, world heavyweight boxing champion Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest fighters of all time, pictured himself winning long before he would even step into the ring. Billionaires churn failure into success. Do you want to be successful in your professional and personal life? There is one simple tweak in your mindset that can usher success along a bit faster. Make failure a positive. Not all billionaires have success right out of the gate. It is a grind of failure that teaches them. The failure also serves as a teaching moment for mentors to step in and help point out positives of the failure. For instance, billionaire Richard Branson has had a number of failures on his path to 10 digits. You may not remember this, but Branson actually launched a soda company called Virgin Soda, a Coke and Pepsi competitor that failed miserably. Branson learned from it, saying, I learned only to go into businesses where we were palpably better than all the competition. He then went on to do some pretty amazing things, like Virgin Mobile. The billionaire mindset is the broke mindset. When it comes to investing, billionaires actually have a broke mindset. They can easily invest in a new startup they feel has potential, but many won't. Instead, billionaires prefer to harness their inner frugality in order to become creative. For instance, instead of investing $1 million into a new business venture, they may ask the question, how can I invest in this company without actually investing? This is the broke mindset successful entrepreneur and investor Damon John highlights in his book, The Power of Broke. The billionaire mindset is a rare thing that many only get a quick glimpse of. The good news is that those who have spent time with some of the most influential billionaires, and billionaires themselves, have shared the idiosyncrasies that drive their success. All can employ the key traits within a billionaire's mindset. It's simply the level of commitment that sets the billionaires apart from the rest. Are you cultivating that mindset? Billionaires don't believe in predestined destiny. If you go on living your life thinking everything is written down before you were even born, you will never feel motivated enough to do anything. Believe in God's plan if you want to, but believe more in your plan. Even better, believe that the divine plan can change according to your plan, with enough motivation and hard work. There is a big difference between people who accept life as uncontrollable and use it as an excuse to sit around, do nothing, and take whatever that comes their way, and people who accept life as uncontrollable, but only partly, and try their best to take charge of the things they can control. Unexpected events happen in everyone's life. Plans change. But it does not mean you have to be depressed over not having any control over your life. Billionaires know that and try to view any unexpected change, any unforeseen situation, and any sudden problem as a challenge to overcome and be better. They use any change to their advantage. That is what makes them billionaires. Developing a billionaire mindset is to believe your future is built on your own decisions, not the decisions the world has made for you. No one is destined to be poor or rich. And the beauty of that is it is not set in stone, so anyone can change it. Billionaires believe in money. More precisely, billionaires believe in the existence of money. They know wealth is abundant in the world. Of course, it is not distributed equally, but it is enough for everyone if everyone knows the right way to earn it. In this case, here is what is different between the rich and the poor. The rich know that money is near them, somewhere. So they focus their abilities, skills, reason, and knowledge on finding it. The poor think money is hard, sometimes even impossible to earn, only because they are not focusing their time and energy on its best accessible source near them that matches their skills and knowledge. American businessman, Robert Kiyosaki, confirms this by telling us. So you see, making money is all about how you think and how you do. And you cannot do well if you do not think well. No matter how great your idea is, how much potential it has, or how many problems it solves, only the details can save you. Billionaires are cautious about spending. As we said before, one billionaire mindset is to take risks. But it does not mean you are free to act recklessly, especially not with money. When investing in a new project or startup, it is evident that billionaires have no financial issues. However, they think of ways to spend less on the project. Using fewer resources at the beginning of a project breeds innovation and creativity. And innovation and creativity are what make the new startup flourish. Another aspect of billionaires acquiring a broken mindset is to spend less and invest more. It is best to quote Warren Buffett, the American investor and business tycoon, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway with a net worth of over $109.4 billion in 2021, who says, "Be wise with money. Remember that your ultimate goal is not to look rich but to be rich." Billionaires help other people. The best way to make money is when you recognize a problem in society, a problem that most people are facing, and then use your resources to provide the solution on a large scale. So you help people, and the way you help people helps you make more money. That is why helping people brings you wealth, and that is why Peter Diamandis, founder and chairman of the X Prize Foundation, says, it has a reasonable and straightforward logic behind it. You are not just selling anything. You are selling solutions. And those sold solutions not only help other people have a better life, but they also bring more wealth to you. Cultivating these billionaire mindsets takes a lot of time and needs a lot of practice, but it definitely affects how you view life. And billionaires are billionaires because they view life differently. Fortunately, now with the help of influential rich people or people who interact with them regularly, we know how different their perspective is. Billionaires view failure differently. If you think billionaires have never failed before, or never fail in general, you are thinking about some imaginary billionaires that have never existed. Rich people fail too. It is just a matter of having a different attitude towards it and therefore viewing failure as an opportunity to learn and take a breath to start again more powerfully. Having a billionaire mindset is to view failure as a stop in the middle of the way to rest and regain your energy for going on, not a block in the way that keeps you from going on forever. Bill Gates, the first name that comes to everyone's mind when thinking about the wealthiest people in the world, is an excellent example of this mindset. He was not a born billionaire. And he dropped out of high school and college, not just any college, Harvard. Moreover, his company had a failed traffic and was accused of stealing. Yet today, we doubt if he pays for everyone's college tuition, he still would have enough money to live a comfortable life. And this man himself states, it's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. It is best to learn from Bill Gates and not only enjoy the victory of your success but also learn how to turn your failures into success. Read more. Why is it important to aim high to success? Billionaires never give up. Persistence is key. It is probably the most important thing that got billionaires to where they are now. What if Bill Gates gave up when his company was accused of stealing? What if Elon Musk gave up when he was fired as PayPal's CEO? Would they still be holding their current position if they gave up with the first hardship that came their way? The obvious answer is no. Think of this as digging the ground for finding gold. Will you still find something valuable if you get tired in the middle of digging up? The only way to get what you want is to keep digging until you find it. If you stop because the stones are too hard, you are never going to get your hands on gold. This, of course, does not mean you never have to change the course of your action. Sometimes, underneath the place you are digging is no gold at all. So the sooner you realize this is better. Not giving up means not giving up on the search for gold. Instead, place yourself on a different ground. Try digging for gold in a different location. Billionaires take risks. We are not trying to say that in order to become a billionaire, you need to be reckless without a backup plan. This billionaire mindset simply helps you set away from the fear of losing and getting out of your financial comfort zone. Do not go out of your way to win, but give it all you got, and have the courage to face the music. What is essential in taking risks is to think of all the future possibilities as acceptable. Even if you invest in something that does not get you billions of dollars, it sure teaches you something that leads you the right way. It changes your perspective and guides you so you can earn back the money you lost. It is important not to be afraid of investing your time, energy, and resources on something with a potential after one failed investment, because as we said, with the right mindset, failure eventually turns into success too. Read more. How do students with a growth mindset see their mistakes? Billionaires are not afraid of big goals. How many times have you thought of trying for a specific goal but threw away the idea because it sounded so impossible? A billionaire mindset dictates that you need to think beyond small successes. Extend your horizon. Take small steps, but move forward for a bigger purpose. Because if you cannot convince yourself to achieve a goal in your imagination, how do you manage to achieve it in real life? So let your imagination run wild. Remind your subconscious of your lifelong dream frequently. If you think enough about it, eventually, you will reach a point where you want to take action. We can understand this if we listen to Jack Ma, the 56-year-old Chinese business magnate with a net worth of over $46.9 billion, saying, "We're never in lack of money. We lack people with dreams who can die for those dreams." Billionaires know they are responsible for their choices. Taking responsibility for the results your work produces is another billionaire mindset that can change your life for the better. If the result is not good enough for you, search for the reasons inside yourself, not in the outside world. Billionaires do not blame their failures on their environments, condition, and other people. Instead, they believe whatever the reason for their setback is, it can be found in themselves and is only enhanced by the outside world. This may seem unfair and untrue in some situations, especially when you want to believe that you did nothing wrong. But it is highly effective because your surroundings and condition do not change that quickly. Your inner attitude and perspective are a lot easier to change. You cannot control how others view your setbacks, but you can control your own outlook. If you step up and take charge, you will make yourself believe that your success is not up to anyone but you. And this way, when you take responsibility for poor results and own your failures, you are free to turn those results into a positive source of motivation anytime you want, according to your preferences. So we can develop our mentality to be an effective billionaire mindset and to cause a change in our lives and live 2021 differently. I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.